When trying to decide what to do for my 30-day project, I weighed out a lot of options. There's obviously a lot that I can do to work on myself, including my diet, because I have the tendency to eat fast food a lot in the week. Along with that goes exercise, because I barely ever work out and I am in horrible shape. My grades could always be better. I've always wanted to try to eat vegetarian. I have no idea what I'm doing with my career, and I've been in theater for 4 years and am still a horrible actress. But then it finally came to me. Almost Adulting by Arden Rose. All you need to know to get it together, sort of. So for my 30-day project, I'm going to learn how to become an adult. So for my first week, my first strategy is going to be how to create the perfect bedroom without wads of cash or buckets of tears, because I am 17 years old and do not have my own apartment. So one of the first activities Arden says to do is to make a desk separate from your bed. So I have a desk in my bedroom, but it is usually cluttered with makeup because it is where I get ready every morning. So I decided to clean out all of the trash on my desk to make it where it can be a sustainable workplace for me. Arden says on page 50, if you continue to use your sleep space as a desktop, you're never going to get a good night's rest, and everyone needs separation between work and relaxation. This is my desk before I cleaned it, and I am very sorry. That is really disgusting. And then this is my desk after I cleaned it. So with my newly cleaned and refreshed desk, I was able to use it to actually do homework, not laying in bed being distracted by my phone every 2 minutes. So the next thing that Arden tells me to do to revamp my room is to clean out my closet. And I definitely want to do this step just because I have so many clothes in here that I don't even wear, so many hangers that aren't being used or need to be cleaned off so I can use the hangers. And my closet is just a real hot mess, so let's get to it. So this is a closer look at my closet, and it goes down into there as well. Alright, to help me decide how to get rid of things or how to keep things in my closet, I used a quote from page 46 that says, "Only keep the things that you love, but don't be entirely afraid of organized clutter." So I obviously have a lot of clothes just because I tend to keep old t-shirts or things that don't even fit me anymore because I hope that one day they will fit me. So I tried to use that in order to get rid of all of these clothes. On page 48, Arden also says to start a collection of some sort, even if it begins to border on hoarder territory. So I took that in mind and also used a chart of cool things to have lying around your home on page 59 to hang up all of my Polaroids and organize all of my records. So I also used the chart on page 59 to decorate other spaces in my room that could display a lot of my knickknacks. So I had some fake plants, a few crystals, more pictures, and just little stuff to put around my room to spice up my space. Okay, so now that week 1 is over, my room is a lot more clean and a lot more organized, which I am very thankful for. I can get into my closet and out of my closet easily without having to wrestle any hangers. A lot of my new trinkets and just little stuff have a home now that they didn't have before, and I can actually work on my desk instead of having to sit in my bed. So whenever I come into my room now, I have like a sense of relief and relaxation instead of like, oh my god, it's so dirty in here, how can I ever do anything? So that's good, and it's making me hopeful that these next couple of weeks has the same effect of kind of like making me relax instead of more stressed, because adulthood can be very stressful. I am not looking forward to next week at all, but it's gotta get done, so let's get to it. Alright, for week 2, I wanted to create a sleeping schedule because it is something that Arden says she did kind of accidentally, but it ended up actually really favorable for her. So it was my goal to wake up at least once during the week at 6 a.m. because usually I try to wake up at 6 a.m. but I sleep in until at least 6:30. So I did that, and in that first morning I took Luna outside and just kind of breathes in the fresh morning air with her.
So it is approximately 6:02. We're starting this whole sleep schedule thing, and I am very tired, and so is Luna. So let's get this morning started.
I made sure to make myself a cup of coffee, and I made myself an actual decent breakfast. So then I used the other days kind of during the weekend so it wouldn't be as harsh. So I tried Friday, since we didn't have school, at 7 a.m. and I came outside and read a book that I've been wanting to read for a while, which was nice. And then on Saturday, I woke up at 8 a.m. and I took Luna out on a walk. And then Sunday, I woke up at 8 a.m. again and I cleaned up the rest of the house. Now that the second week of my project is over, I can definitely say that it was a lot harder than the first. I really like sleeping in just because school and work and everything else involved in my day can be really exhausting. So I definitely value being able to sleep in on some days, so it was kind of rough not getting that. But I did also see the positive side that Arden also had, which was having a lot of extra time to do more productive things, so that I could do more things in the morning and then have more free time during the day. So that was really nice.
Week 3, Arden says we need to establish a style that does not break the bank. So I'm at the perfect place for that, aka Goodwill.
So Goodwill can be a very time-consuming shopping experience just because there are so many clothes and so many colors and so many sizes and just so many things to look through. So I took my time, looked through everything that I could, found some of my size, and went home with some good stuff. For my first outfit, I found this black printed button-up and a pair of shorts.
Okay, so right now we're headed to my friend's house for a nice brunch. And I'm gonna see if they like my outfit and can tell if it's Goodwill or not. Okay, everybody, what do you think of my outfit?
Hi, Miss Parker.
I like it. That's fantastic.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
Would recommend. So hot. Love it.
Alright, it is my second Goodwill outfit, and today I'm just wearing this black t-shirt with this really cool pattern skirt that has pockets in it. And today we are actually performing for the preschoolers in theater for Aladdin. So this is serving as my Scarf Girl costume as well. And my last outfit of the week is this Disneyland t-shirt and a pair of literal dad jeans from the men's section. For this outfit, I actually wanted to post a picture of myself in it on Instagram just to see if there was any different kind of comments or less amount of likes, but there was actually a lot of positive comments and the same amount of likes that I usually get, which was cool to see. Okay, so week 3 is over now, and it's my easiest week, I would think, just because shopping is not a challenge for me at all, and I actually found a lot of really good stuff at Goodwill for like really cheap, which was super nice. So I know that I'm going to be going back there a lot in the future just because I found some really cool pieces that you wouldn't find anywhere else, and it didn't cost as much as anywhere else either. So for my final week, I didn't really have a specific technique to focus on, so I just took my 3 techniques from the past weeks and kind of put them all together into one week to implement and use all the strategies together to become an adult. So just like when I cleaned out my closet in week 1 by only keeping things that sparked joy, I'm going to do the same thing to my dresser. Just like when I was cleaning out my closet, I had so many clothes in these drawers that were not even close to fitting me and were just really a bunch of old t-shirts from like my mom's old work, or just hand-me-downs that she gave me that I never wore, or just really weird t-shirts I wore when I was like 12, and it was good to finally clean them all out to create some more space. So when I finished these drawers, I had another 2 completely full trash bags to add to my 2 other trash bags from my closet, making a total of 4 trash bags. Okay, so after I found my first week of clothes at Goodwill, I actually went back to drop off all of my extra clothes from my closet and my dresser, and I found this NAU shirt that I paired with my Goodwill jeans, and it worked perfectly for the Rush Your Dream College Spirit Day, so yeah. So even though I didn't wake up early every single morning like I did in the second week, I did try to sometimes, and I had a decent breakfast when I actually could. And I was finally close to finishing the book I started reading in week 2 and could just relax and unwind in my newly decorated and newly organized bedroom. So week 4 is over now, and I thought it was going to be more challenging to kind of put everything together in one week than it actually was. I feel like everything really wasn't that difficult, and it kind of flowed easily together, and that it could make a routine for what I could do later in life in my adulthood. So it is now the outcome week, and all of my techniques and everything are done. All of my activities are all done. So I think I did achieve my desired outcome. I don't think there was some huge revelation of, wow, I'm so ready to move out, go to college, live on my own, and be an adult. But I still think that the things I did helped me in making a routine for myself, and like how I need to hold myself accountable from like not making sure my room becomes a really big mess, or like how to organize, how to not hoard a bunch of old stuff and stuff like that. I think what Arden said in the book did work for me. Like nothing was a weird activity that I had to do, so it all worked pretty well. I feel like I was really successful in cleaning out my closet and cleaning out my dresser, as well as buying clothes from Goodwill and wearing them for a week. The sleeping schedule one wasn't the easiest for me, so that was probably my biggest difficulty. I think the one main thing I learned from the book and the whole project altogether was to not stress out so much about becoming an adult, because there was a chapter in the book that Arden says it's okay to kind of feel overwhelmed and worried all the time, but that everything is going to be okay and it's not going to be some huge disaster when I turn 18 and my mom is never going to talk to me again, or I'll never see my friends again. So that was probably what I learned the most.